Hello, welcome back to another book review. Yes, another book review so soon. Last time you heard me talk about this tedious garbage known as Gustave Flaubert's November, which I very much despised. This time I shall be discussing a book that I enjoyed quite a bit more, but I still found, I don't know, mainly one problem with. And that book is very fitting for this time of year, as it's getting close to the holiday season, and that book is called The Bird's Christmas Carol by Kate Douglas Wiggin. A really short one. It's only about 90 pages. Took me about an hour and a half to read this one. So anyway, the story of this book, essentially it's about a little girl born in a household on Christmas Day, and because the mother hears, a Christmas carol being sung outside of their house as she was born, she decides to name this girl Carol. And because she is born on Christmas Day, she, I suppose, is a very happy child and such, and wants to share the joys of Christmas with everyone she meets. But also, I suppose in her 9th year, she falls terminally ill, and wants to, I suppose, bring Christmas to a family that is less fortunate for the last time. In this case, the family being the Ruggleses, and basically give them their best Christmas that they've ever had before she leaves this earth. That's pretty much the story. It's not that much, but it's okay. I suppose it's nothing really too remarkable. I mean, I'm glad I've read it, but it's not really anything that I would really read again, because it was so barren of story, and now I suppose we'll get to the part that I really did not like about this book. I'm typically not one for putting, I suppose, dialect in literature, like spoken dialect, to where, dialogue is written in the manner that a person speaks. For example, I think the worst case that I've seen it in was The Courting of Dinah Shand, a Rudyard Kipling story, in which a British soldier in India recounts his time of trying to, court a woman whose interests in him were nil. So it was kind of an unrequited love story. But it's written in the dialect of a Cockney accent. And it took me 2 hours to read. And it was a 20-page short story. And it was unbearable. This here, there's one chapter in here. It's chapter 5. Some other birds are taught to fly. And this is basically the poor family, the Ruggleses, is preparing for a Christmas dinner that Carol Bird would like to throw for them. And, oh my God, I will show you just the manner of, dialect that's in that, and how difficult that would be to read for somebody like me. I mean, I'll try and read this here, just a wee bit, just to show you how difficult it might be, because, anyway. Well, she exclaimed, if I do say so as shouldn't, I never see a cleaner, more stylish mess of children in my life. I do wish Ruggles could look at ye for a minute. Larry Ruggles, how many times have I got ter tell yer not ter keep pullin' at yer sash? Haven't I told yer if it comes on-tied, that's on-tied, not untied, but on-tied, yer waist and skirt part company in the middle, and then where'll yer be? That is just so difficult for me. That is. Some people may find it more easy to understand, but for me, I get hung up on it. And I personally would skip that chapter and go on reading the rest. But I'm not too big of a fan of, spoken dialect in books. I mean, I'm writing a book right now in which a character who is Maori, instead of, this, he says thus, with a U instead of an I and such and all that. So I do it, but I don't do it to quite that extent, I don't think. But anyway, other than that, The Bird's Christmas Carol was an all-right read. I mean, it's better than this. I can tell you that much. But I would say don't go out of your way to read it. Don't go out and search for it. I actually went out and searched for this one because I saw it discussed in several booktube videos and I decided to read it. But don't actually go out and search for it. If you find it in like your library or at a garage sale, rummage sale or anything like that, then pick it up. You might like it, you might not. I personally found it kind of uneventful, really. I personally enjoyed Dickens's Christmas Carol much better, and in fact planned to read most of Dickens throughout the month of December. So, anyway, that was another book review of The Bird's Christmas Carol by Kate Douglas Wiggin, and hopefully sometime or other I'll be back with another one, and you all have a good day.